Yo, what's really good, my people? Keep on me games here, back at it with another video for you guys. And today, my beautiful people, we are running Gundam Girls, aka Centurion. And guys, this deck is super fun. I'm really enjoying it. Now, is it a super top tier deck? Hell no. But we don't care about that because the art style is super dope. I'm really digging the art style. I mean, let's look at Primera. I don't know how old is this girl, but if I ever have a daughter, like, this is what she's gonna be rocking all day, every day. Like, it's gonna be Halloween every day in my house because this is what she's gonna be looking like. But yeah, another great thing about this deck is that it's super consistent. Like, I rarely break with this deck, and the reason is because you're essentially running about 12 combo starters. So we have 3 Centurion Primera, and all 3 of them are glossy rare, by the way, which I guess Konami really wanted me to play this deck because, yeah, to get 3 glossy rares, I don't know what happened. But anyway, so yeah, your 3 Primeras are going to be one of your combo starters. The 3 Trudea is another combo starter. Your 3 stand-up Centurion, the field spell, is another combo starter. And your 3 Emblema Oath are all like your combo starters. And they all pretty much are going to get you the same result. So that makes it very consistent. And another good thing about the deck is its versatility. And by versatility, I mean that you're able to run it with so many other different archetypes that kind of boost it in different ways depending which way you go. The most popular ones that you'll probably see floating around are going to be like the Horus archetype. The Sword Soul archetype is also great. The Naturia archetype. And then my personal choice, the BYSTIALs. So it's a really fun deck to, you know, learn, and I think it's really beginner friendly. Unfortunately, it's super expensive, so like that's the only other downside of it too, that it's super expensive, but it's not that difficult to learn how to play. But I do think that it's going to require like a good pilot, no pun intended, to kind of really play this deck like very optimally. And I'm really trying to be one of those players. I really want to learn this deck very great, and I really want to become very good at it. So if you happen to be a very good Centurion player, feel free to school me down there in the comments down below, but just be nice about it. Otherwise, I'll go Eminem on you, and you don't want that. All right. But yeah, so let's just jump right into the replay so you guys can kind of see what the deck is trying to do and how it works. And then at the end of the video, I'll do like another little recap and we'll have another conversation about it. But other than that, very quickly, I'll just go over my deck list. So I'm running 2 Effect Veilers. I'm running 3 Maxi for Maxi purposes. The freaking Roach, you know, it's a gift and a curse. What are you gonna do? And then we have 2 Assault Synchron. We have 3 Ash Blossoms. And then we got the 3 Primera. I'm pronouncing it in Spanish. Like this Primera, it means first in Spanish. So Primera. We got 3 Trudea. We got 1 Magnum Hut, 1 Saranir, 1 Jewess Worm, 1 Baldrake, and we're gonna have 2 Lubellion. Alright, and then we are gonna have 1 Gargoyle, which is also, look at the artwork, bro. Like, it's just Gundam, bro. If it's not Gundam, then it reminds me of Evangelion, if you guys ever seen that anime. And then we got 3 of the field spells, stand up Centurion. And then we have 1 Branded Regain, 1 Call by the Grave, 3 Emblema Oath. And then we have 1 Centurion Bonds, 1 Wake Up Centurion, 3 Evenly Matched. This card right here has won me so many games, like it's really crazy. Evenly Matched is really great in this format right now. And 3 Infinite Impermanence. And then we have 1 Centurion Phalanx. And then for the crazy extra deck, we have 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, 1 Chaos Archfiend, 1 Baroni de Fleur, 1 Bestial Dispater, 1 Chaos Angel, 1 Cosmic Blazer Dragon, 1 Red Supernova Dragon, 1 Crimson Dragon, 2 Centurion Legatia, and we have 1 Centurion Auxilla, 1 Typhon, 1 Heretic Seal, and 1 SP Little Knight. Alright, so that's the deck list. So let's just jump right into the replay so you guys can kind of see what the deck is trying to do. And yeah, and if you enjoyed today's video, then please consider dropping a like and hitting that subscribe button. Otherwise, I'm gonna have Primera over here launch one of her missiles at you, and I don't think you want that either. Alright, let's jump right into it. Alright, my people, in this replay we're gonna go up against like a ScareClaw Manadium kind of deck. Alright, so we're gonna go first. Alright, this time we have Primera, so we're gonna normal summon Primera. We're gonna search for our field spell. Okay, we're gonna activate the field spell and we're gonna discard the Saroneer. And we're gonna activate the Saroneer, pitching the Lubellion to the graveyard, special summoning placing the Chudea in the spell and trap zone. Then we're gonna activate the Chudea to special summon herself onto the field. Opponent's gonna hit me with Max E, but we got the Ash Blossom. Alright, so we make it a level 8, and we're gonna synchro summon into the Auxilla. Alright, then the Auxilla is going to search you another Centurion card, but he's got infinite permanent, so he's going to put a stop to the Auxilla. Alright, and then we're going to special summon the Lubellion by triggering the Auxilla. Then we're going to place Branded Regain, and then we're going to set 2 and pass. Alright, so he's going to start with getting the Reichphobia, searching for the right card. Normal summon the right card. Okay, that's going to trigger the Regain, so I can bring back one of our BYSTIAL. So we bring back the Saroneer. And then this was kind of like a little mistake on my part that I placed it in defense position. So now whenever he plays another monster in defense position, he's going to be able to pop a card with the field spell. Alright, so he's got the Arrival. Alright, now he's going to go into the Lightheart. Okay, and then the Lightheart is going to search for follow-up, so he searches for another Reichphobia. Okay, then he's going to pop the Lightheart, but just summoning the Beast of Starfrost. And then now he's going to try to pop my Call by the Grave, so I'm just going to activate it, banishing the Reichheart. Get it out of here. Alright, and then I'm going to put back the right card so that I can draw a card. And the Roach is being nice to me. I draw into the Roach. Alright, so now with these 2 monsters, he's going to go into the SP Little Knight. Okay, then the SP Little Knight is going to banish my back row, which he target the Infinite Impermanent, so I'm just going to activate it. Then he's going to activate SP second effect, so he's going to banish itself and my Lubellion. Alright, and then that's all he wrote. Alright, so here we activate Lubellion again. We're going to search for our Magnum Hut. Okay, then we're going to activate Jewel Swarm, banishing the Auxilla so that I can put the Auxilla back into the extra deck. Alright, then we get rid of the Jewel Swarm. Okay, the Jewel Swarm is going to activate, forcing the SP Little Knight to activate. Alright, then we activate our second field spell. We're going to get rid of the Magnum Hut so that we can place Chudea. So now we can go into our Centurion combo. But he has infinite impermanence for the Chudea, so never mind that. Alright, and then now with these 2 monsters, we're going to go into our Heretic Seal. And then with the Chudea, I'm going to go into a Typhon. And that dude got a dope animation too. Alright, so now I will go into the Typhon because I was anticipating that he's also playing Manadium with this deck. So that means that whenever he goes into the big synchro monsters like Baron the Floor and stuff like that, they're not going to be able to activate due to Typhon's effect. Okay, so he's going to activate the Arrival, getting back the Starfrost. That's going to trigger my Regain to bring back the Jewel Swarm. He's going to activate another Reichphobia, getting the Reichheart. Okay, he's going to normal summon the Reichheart, searching for the Fanging. And then with these 2 monsters, he's going to go into the Baron the Floor, just as how I anticipated. So now the Baron the Floor, he cannot activate. And then he's going to banish these 2 monsters, and he's going to make an Astrolabe, which also cannot activate. Okay, then I'm going to activate Heraldic Seal, sending the Jewel Swim to the graveyard so that I can spin back a card. That's going to force the SP Little Knight, so he's going to try to spin back my Typhon, but I drew into the Effect Veiler. Bro, so you see what I mean by consistency? I just end up drawing into everything that I need. So we negate the SP Little Knight, and then now we can bounce back the Astrolabe, and then with the Jewel Swim we can get rid of the barrel on the floor. Completely thwarted him. Alright, and we draw into another combo starter, which is the Emblema Oath. Like, this deck is just amazing, bro. I think like with the Whitewoods cards, that's what's being played in the OCG right now. Like with the Whitewoods, it's supposed to make Centurion like at least tier 2 or bottom tier 1 deck. So I can't wait for that to come out, which who knows, probably next year. But I'm gonna hold on to this deck for sure. So you guys can expect more videos on this deck for sure. Alright my people, so in this replay we are gonna go up against Kashtira. And Kashtira can be kind of scary to go up against because that unicorn, bro, if the unicorn banishes your Crimson Dragon, like that can be problematic for the deck because we only run one Crimson Dragon. But yeah, so let's see what we're gonna do over here. So he's got the field spell, he's got the unicorn, speaking about the devil. He's gonna special summon that bad boy. I'm gonna hit it with the Effect Veiler. Alright, I don't need him to searching for the Kashtira or anything like that. Alright, but he still has the birth, but luckily that's all he has, so it's back to us. Alright, and then here we have Evenly Matched, so Evenly Matched is about to body this fool. Alright, so he keeps up the unicorn, then we're going to activate Emblema. So Emblema is going to place the Trudea, so now the Trudea is going to special summon herself. And then you can change it, her level to level 8, or if you want to. At this point right now, that doesn't really matter, I just do it just for what the heck of it. And then I'm going to special summon the Assault Synchron because I made Trudea a level 8 and the Assault Synchron is level 2. So I was trying to see if he would banish like one of the level 10 Synchro monsters and not the Crimson Dragon. Because maybe he's thinking, alright, he's got a level 8 and a level 2, maybe he's going to make, you know, one of the level 10s. And he kind of gets all for it. So he ends up banishing her on the floor and I'm completely cool with that. So now we're going to activate Trudea's effect that she's going to place herself into the spell and trap zone, and then she's going to special summon the Primera. Alright, so now the Primera can special summon herself, and then we're going to search. Usually here with Primera you always want to prioritize the field spell, but because we have 2 of the field spell, then we would search one of the other spells. But we do get hit with the Ash Blossom, so... But yep, just keep that in mind. Alright, so we activate the field spell, we discard a card, and then we're going to place the Gargoyle. So now the Gargoyle can special summon himself. Alright, and then now because the monster was special summoned, the field spell is going to allow us to synchro summon. So we're going to synchro summon into Legacia. And now Legacia, when she is synchro summoned, you can draw a card, and then you can destroy the monster your opponent control with the highest attack. Alright, and then the Gargoyle, when he is used as synchro material for a Centurion monster, we can add it back to the hand. Alright, and then now we can activate the Gargoyle's effect that you can send one face-up Centurion card that you control, and then he can special summon himself. And then now we're going to normal summon the Primera because we didn't normal summon. Now we're going to go into the Crimson Dragon. Okay, the Crimson Dragon is going to target the Legacia. And now we're going to special summon our Cosmic Blazer Dragon, which is sort of like an Omni-Negate for just about anything. Alright, and then the Legacia at the end turn can put back one of your monsters that's in the graveyard. So we put back the Trudea. Okay, so he's going to normal summon the Rise Heart. I am immediately going to special summon the Trudea, and I'm going to make it a level 8. And because the Assault Synchron is a level 2 tuner, then I'm going to be able to make a level 10 Synchro here. Alright, and then with these 2 monsters, we're going to go into the Chaos Angel. Alright, and my opponent's going to scoop. Alright my people, so in this replay we're going to go up against Pendulum Magicians, and it's going to be a little slow start, but I just want to show you guys how you can kind of play through Nibiru. So our opponent, I guess, running too many hand traps or something because he bricked, and our hand is alright. Okay, but we draw into our field spell, so that's great. So now we can activate the field spell, send in the evenly matched to the graveyard, getting the Trudea. Trudea is going to special summon herself, and it's going to get hit with infinite permanence. Otherwise, we would have put herself in the spell zone, and then we would have put the Primera in the spell zone as well. Okay, so we're going to activate Regained. We're going to set Call by the Grave, and that's all we wrote. Alright, just bear with me, you'll see how we can play through Nibiru, as our opponent is just probably drew into too many hand traps. Okay, so now we're going to activate Judea, set Primera. Primera is going to special summon herself, and she's going to get hit with the Ash Blossom. But we have Call by the Grave, so we're going to finger the Ash. Sayonara. I gotta brush up my Japanese, man. My Japanese is declining. Alright, so we're gonna search for a Wake Up Centurion. So we're gonna activate Wake Up Centurion, special summon a level 8 token. Alright, and then now we're gonna go into our Legatio. So Legatio, when it's single summon, is gonna allow me to draw a card. Alright, and we draw into the Gargoyle, so we activate that bad boy immediately. Alright, and then now we're going to banish the Primera, special summoning the Saronir, activating the Regain, put the Primera back onto the onto the deck, and we can draw a card, and here our opponent's going to hit us with the Nibiru. Alright, so let's see, what do we do when we get hit with Nibiru? Alright, so we put Primera back, and we draw into Infinite Permanence, and then here, because he pretty much summoned the Nibiru, that's going to trigger the Regain to allow me to special summon one of my BYSTIALs. So I'm going to activate the Saronir, I'm going to send the Lubellion to the graveyard, and then I'm going to special summon the Saronir. Alright, and then here I'm going to banish the Wake Up Centurion, and that's going to allow me to special summon one of my Centurion Synchro Monsters. No, I'm sorry, this is going to send a Centurion card from my deck to the graveyard. So we're going to send the Trap card, and then now the Trap card is going to allow me to special summon the Centurion Synchro Monsters from my graveyard onto the field. Alright, and then now we tribute away the Saronir, special summoning the Lubellion. Alright, and then we're going to set our Infinite Permanence. Then we're going to place the Gargoyle onto the Spill and Trap Zone. So here we still got a pretty good board even after Nibiru, because now we still can special summon the Trudea, and then we can do some plays. Alright, so he's going to special normal summon the Supreme King Dragon. That's going to allow me to bring back the Saronir, and now because a monster was special summoned, I can now special summon one of my Centurion monsters from my Spell and Trap Zone. So we're going to bring back the Trudea, and now we got a level 4 and we got a level 6. So level 6, level 4, we're going to make level 10 Chaos Angel. And this time Chaos Angel is only made with Dark Monsters, so that means our monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, so we're going to banish his Pendulum card, and then he's just going to commit suicide because I guess he just completely bricked. But the main purpose of this replay is to kind of show you, what to do if you get hit with Nibiru and how you can still play through a Nibiru. So yeah, the deck is great, man. The deck is pretty fun. Alright, my people, in this replay we're going to go up against like a ScareClaw Manadium kind of deck. Alright, so we're going to go first. Alright, this time we have Primera, so we're going to normal summon Primera. We're going to search for our field spell. Okay, we're going to activate the field spell, and we're going to discard the Saronir. And we're going to activate the Saronir, pitching the Lubellion to the graveyard, special summoning placing the Trudea in the Spell and Trap Zone. Then we're going to activate the Trudea to special summon herself onto the field. Opponent's going to hit me with Maxi, but we got the Ash Blossom. Alright, so we make it a level 8, then we're going to synchro summon into the Auxilla. Alright, then the Auxilla is going to search you another Centurion card, but he's got infinite permanence, so he's going to put a stop to the Auxilla. Alright, and then we're going to special summon the Lubellion by triggering the Auxilia. Then we're going to place Branded Regain, and then we're going to set 2 and pass. Alright, so he's going to start with getting the Reichphobia, searching for the Reichardt. Normal summon the Reichardt. Okay, that's going to trigger the Regain, so I can bring back one of our Bystial. So we bring back the Saronir. And then this was kind of like a little mistake on my part that I placed it in defense position. So now whenever he plays another monster in defense position, he's going to be able to pop a card with the field spell. Alright, so he gets the Arrival. Alright, now he's going to go into the Lightheart. Okay, and then the Lightheart is going to search for follow-up. So he searches for another Reichphobia. Okay, then he's going to pop the Lightheart, but he's summoning the Beast of Starfrost. And then now he's going to try to pop my Call by the Grave, so I'm just going to activate it, banishing the Reichardt. Get it out of here. Alright, and then I'm going to put back the Reichardt so that I can draw a card. And the Roach is being nice to me. I draw into the Roach. Alright, so now with these 2 monsters, he's going to go into the SP Little Knight. Okay, then the SP Little Knight is going to banish my back row, which he target the Infinite Impermanence, so I'm just going to activate it. And he's going to activate SP's second effect, so he's going to banish itself and my Lubellion. Alright, and then that's all he wrote. Alright, so here we activate Lubellion again. We're going to search for our Magnum Hut. Okay, then we're going to activate Jewel Swarm, banishing the Auxilia so that I can put the Auxilia back into the extra deck. Alright, then we get rid of the Jewel Swarm. Okay, the Jewel Swarm is going to activate, forcing the SP Little Knight to activate. Alright, then we activate our second field spell. We're going to get rid of the Magnum Hut so that we can place Judea. So now we can go into our Centurion combo. But he has Infinite Impermanence for the Judea, so never mind that. Alright, and then now with these 2 monsters, we're going to go into our Heretic Seal. And then with the Judea, I'm going to go into a Typhon. And that dude got a dope animation too. Alright, so now I will go into the Typhon because I was anticipating that he's also playing Manadia with this deck. So that means that whenever he goes into the big synchro monsters like Baron the Floor and stuff like that, they're not going to be able to activate due to Typhon's effect. Okay, so he's going to activate the Arrival, getting back the Starfrost. That's going to trigger my Regain to bring back the Jewel Swarm. He's going to activate another Reichphobia, getting the Reichardt. Okay, he's going to normal summon the Reichardt, searching for the Fanging. And then with these 2 monsters, he's going to go into the Baron the Floor, just as how I anticipated. So now the Baron the Floor, he cannot activate. And then he's going to banish these 2 monsters, and he's going to make an Astrolabe, which also cannot activate. Okay, then I'm going to activate Heretic Seal, sending the Jewel Swarm to the graveyard so that I can spin back a card. That's going to force the SP Little Knight, so he's going to try to spin back my Typhon, but I drew into the Effect Veiler. Bro, so you see what I mean by consistency? I just end up drawing into everything that I need. So we negate the SP Little Knight, and then now we can bounce back the Astrolabe, and then with the Jewel Swarm we can get rid of the Baron on the floor. Completely thwarted him. Alright, and we draw into another combo starter, which is the Emblema O. Like, this deck is just amazing, bro. I think like with the Whitewoods cards, that's what's being played in the OCG right now. Like with the Whitewoods, it's supposed to make Centurion like at least tier 2 or bottom tier 1 deck. So I can't wait for that to come out, which who knows, probably next year. But I'm going to hold on to this deck for sure. So you guys can expect more videos on this deck for sure. Alright, my people, in this replay we're going to go up against Snake Eyes. Alright. And we're going to start things off by activating the Emblema Oath, putting the Trudea, activate the Trudea, special summoning herself, getting the Primera. He's going to hit me with the Maxi, but we got Called by the Grave, we got Ash. We're going to activate the Ash, and we're going to smack the Roach around with some petals. Okay, then we're going to special summon the Primera, searching for our field spell. Okay, then we're going to activate the field spell, and we're going to send the bonds to the graveyard. Then we're going to special summon the Gargoyle. That's going to allow us to go into our level 12 Synchro Auxilla. Okay, so now Auxilla is going to add me one of my Centurion spell and trap cards. And then the Gargoyle, because it was used as Synchro material, is going to add itself back to the hand. Okay, and then we're going to add the Phalanx. And then we're going to set the Phalanx, set the Call by the Grave, bring back the Primera. So now during my opponent's turn, we can special summon Primera, we can special summon Judea. Okay, he's going to activate the Divine Temple, he's going to activate Bonfire, I'm going to activate Primera, and I'm going to activate Judea. Alright, and then now with these monsters, we're going to go into our Crimson Dragon. But first, with the Primera, we're also going to search for one of our spell or trap cards. Okay, so we're going to go into the Crimson Dragon. Then the Crimson Dragon is going to target our Auxilla. Okay, and we're going to add Wake Up Centurion. Alright, and because we normal summon a monster, he can bring back the Flame Birch. And then here we're going to go into our Red Dragon Supernova. So this card right here is amazing against Snake Eyes and like amazing against Yubel. Because this card right here, once per turn, when your opponent monster's effect is activated or when opponent monster declares an attack, you can activate this effect where you can banish this card, and then you can banish all cards your opponent controls. So not just monsters, but also spell and traps, they go. And then Snake Eyes, they don't like being banished because they don't really have a lot of ways of getting those cards back. And then here it's going to try to lock me into the Typhon, but here I'm going to activate my Phalanx. So the Phalanx is going to allow me to target a monster card on the field, and then I can banish it, and then they can come back during the next standby phase. So we get rid of his Typhon, and that's all he wrote. He's just going to call it quits, because whenever he activates any monster, I'm just going to activate Supernova, and I'm going to banish everything. Alright, my people, so in this replay, I think we're going to go up against Sky Stikers, if I remember correctly. Alright, so we opened up with Libellion, so we're going to activate Libellion. Okay, and we're going to search for the Magnum Hut. Okay, then we're going to normal summon Judea. Judea is going to place Primera in the spell and trap zone. Primera is going to special summon herself, and we're going to search for the bonds. And because I already have the field spell, so I'm going to search for the bonds. And I already have the Wake Up Centurion as well, so yep. That's the missing piece. So we're going to activate the field spell. I'm going to activate the Wake Up Your Centurion. And then this is going to special summon a level 4 or level 8 token. Your choice. Okay, so I chose level 8. Alright, and then now I'm going to synchro summon into our Auxilla. Okay, then the Auxilla is going to search for another Centurion card. So here we search for the Phalanx. Alright, and then with the Libellion, I'm going to send the Auxiliary to the graveyard, and I'm going to set Brand Regain. Then I'm going to banish my Wake Up Centurion, and then I'm going to be able to send one Centurion card from my deck to the graveyard. And then here I was playing around with the Emeth. Now in the main deck, I decided to cut it because I felt like it was not really needed that much. But here you could also send the Gargoyle if you want. Alright, so I banished the Primera with the Magnum Hut. So now I can put Primera back into the deck, and then I can draw a card. And we draw into the Roach. Alright, so now I discard the Trap card, because the Trap card also has a graveyard effect, which you can banish this card, and then you can target a Centurion Synchro monster you control, and then you can special summon it, and it's going to lose 1500 attacks. Alright, so we're going to do that. Bring back our Auxilla. Alright, and then now with the Magnum HUD and the Libellium, we're gonna go and make a SP Little Knight. Alright, and then we're gonna set our bonds. And then just like the Legacia, the Auxilia at the end turn can also put back one of your Centurion monsters in the Spell and Trap zone. And then we're gonna search Druid's Worm with the Magnum HUD. Alright, he's gonna activate Into the Void. I'm gonna activate Trudea, and I'm gonna activate Primera, so they're all gonna special summon themselves onto the field. Alright, and then we're gonna make Trudea level 8, and then the Primera is gonna search you a Centurion card. And then now, because the monster was special summoned, the field spell is gonna allow you to synchro summon. So we're gonna synchro summon into the Crimson Dragon. Alright, then we're gonna target the level 12 Auxilia. Alright, opponent activates Chicken Game. Alright, and then with this, I'm gonna go into the Cosmic Blazer Dragon. Alright, then he's gonna activate Hornets, but I have the Max C, so he's gonna special summon a token, and I guess he doesn't want to take the Max C challenge, so he's gonna scoop. But this kind of just gives you another overview of what the deck can do. So that's why I kind of wanted to showcase this replay as well. So you can kind of see how the deck functions and what it's trying to do, and why Crimson Dragon is such important in this deck. Alright guys, so before we jump into the deck list, I kind of just want to show you guys my Konami ID. If any of you guys want to follow me, sometimes, you know, I have little duel rooms where I kind of duel some of my friends and some of you guys that follow me. So if you want to ever duel me or anything like that, then feel free to follow me. And if you ever see me online, you can feel free to send me a message, and then you can get your ass handed to you. I'm just joking, but yeah, if that's what you fancy, if you guys ever want to duel, this is my Konami ID. Feel free to add me, and if you do, let me know so that I can also add you back. But yeah, so let's go back into the deck list. Alright, and then all of this, I guess I can show you, was all in Diamond. So I'm currently in Diamond 3, so I pretty much ranked from Diamond 5 to Diamond 3 with this deck. Alright, so, you know, as I mentioned before, like, the deck is not super top tier. Like, weaknesses is that if the Trudea or the Primera gets like infinite permanent or anything like that, and if you don't have one of your other spell cards, then it can kind of put an end to your whole combo and stuff like that. Kashtira can kind of body this deck, because the Unicorn, if it banishes the Crimson Dragon, that can be quite devastating, because the Crimson Dragon is pretty much what's going to bridge you into your level 12 synchros. I mean, you still have your Bestials, and the Bestials can help you make your level 10 synchros and your level 8 synchros. So you kind of still can try to make some sort of plays, but the Crimson Dragon is very crucial. So if you ever go up against this deck and you have a chance to banish anything off the extra deck, I think the Crimson Dragon will be the first thing I'd banish. But other than that, yeah, another thing is also evenly matched can body us, because right now we're not really have any Omni Negates. The main Omni Negate is the Cosmic Blazer Dragon, because this right here can negate anything. But yeah, so overall, I think, like I mentioned, the deck is super fun. If you pull and you happen to pull these cards, like, I would suggest you play it. Otherwise, it's up to you whether or not you would want to build it. I wouldn't advise it, because it's super expensive, unless if you, like me, you really like the artwork, and if you're just trying something new, something different, then I think this deck could be worth your time. And as I mentioned, down the line it will probably get way better. I know they banned the Calamity, but it's all good. Like, I never play with the Calamity lock anyways. I never had that card. But when we get like White Woods and stuff like that, the deck is going to be much better. So it's something that you can hold on to until we get those cards. But yeah, so any questions, comments, or concerns, any feedback, any mistakes that you might have seen me made, if you are like an expert on this deck, I want to hear about it. Let me know down there in the comment section down below. I always respond to you guys. And yeah, I think that's it for me. Check out my YGOPro page. I'm gonna post this deck list there, so if you ever need to kind of go back into it, I'll post it there for you guys. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you for hanging out with me, and as always, my people, enjoy your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Kiwami Games, peace out.